And in drumming, that's the same as blood. So the drum set can only be used to play rock and jazz and its related hybrids. So if the drum set is being used, you have communication with the Orisha. That's what these folk are telling us. I want to talk a little bit about syncopation. Have you ever heard that word before? Syncopation. What is it that makes something syncopated? Well, if I can demonstrate here. There are some forms of music, like in classical Western music, that can be syncopated, but it's different from the syncopation that you find when you play rock and jazz music. Rock and jazz music is entirely built on syncopated rhythms. These are rhythms that emphasize the weakest beats in a measure. Usually most music is in what we call 4/4 time. And so syncopated rhythms that come from jazz and rock are constantly emphasizing the second and fourth beats, or in some rock rhythms, the third beat. And so, I don't know what happened to my other, now I got to use these sticks now. But the emphasis as I play these rhythms is on 2 and 4. So it sounds something like this. If you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very hard to walk to that. How can you tell whether rhythms are syncopated or not? Try to walk to that. I dare anybody to walk to that. If I keep playing long enough, you're going to be going like this. I was doing that in one place, and the one brother said, you know, when you started to play those drums, my head started moving. And then he stopped his head, and then his shoulder started moving. He had to stop his shoulder, and then his foot started moving. So if I go on for about 5 minutes, you're completely in my power. And there's nothing you can do about it unless you learn to sing Jesus Loves You and counter that rhythm. Nothing you can do about it. If you stay there, you're brought under its influence. So syncopated music, when it comes to rock, emphasizes the second and the fourth beats. In jazz, jazz does not strive for any regularity whatsoever. Jazz musicians hardly emphasize any of what we call the downbeats, beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. But they're constantly emphasizing the offbeats all the time. They can do this so well, they can play a song that's 32 measures long and hardly ever hit a downbeat. And 32 measures later, they will come, piano, guitar, and bass, and hit an amazing downbeat to create this sense of tension and release. It's totally syncopated. And what it does is it creates within your body a fight or flight syndrome. Again, one way you can tell if it's syncopated is if you can walk to it. Can you walk to this? Yes, you can. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's where the emphasis is on. It's on beats 1 and 3. You can't walk to the rock rhythm. You can't walk as naturally as I just did. That is one way to tell whether it's syncopated or not. Now, rock music, or the drum set, can entirely change the flavor of the hymn or the religious music that is being played. So go ahead and tell me what song I'm playing. Does anybody know the name of that song? I always get some creative answers when I say that. But my wife will accompany me, and then we will go ahead and sing that song. Now, if you can look up for me, no, I can't do that because I'll give it away. All right. Dear, if you could look up where that hymn is, so that when we sing it the right way, I'll have the words to it. So, okay, she's just as stumped as I am. All right. Well, okay. Well, we can't give you the title because it's going to give it away. So, all right, ready? Now, those of you that know the song, we're going to sing it again because I want to delete what was just presented on your hard drive. So, it's love that makes us happy. So if you know the song, just go ahead and sing. And I want you to keep in mind the difference between how she just played it and how she's going to play it now. So go ahead here. It's love. Now, when she was playing along with me, she was more or less sucked into this black hole. There was nothing that she could do to break from it because I'm going to keep that time whether she does it or not. And so she has to match with me. And so the very little subtle things she does, they begin to change because she must match what I'm playing. When she played by herself here without me accompanying, she was a little more freer rhythmically. So, and if I was to march it out, 'tis love that makes us happy, 'tis 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that's the way she was playing it. But when I began to play, I kind of turned that upside down. It was very hard. It was very hard to walk. It makes you dance, exactly. Now, the other kind of rhythm, and I want you to tell me what song I'm playing right now as well. So here's another song you can try to guess. Any takers on that? All right, ready, dear? 1, 2, 3, 1. That's what you call a jazz rhythm. And so that's located in your hymnals in 337, 338. So let's just sing one stanza of that so we can delete the other one. Redeemed, how I love to proclaim it, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, redeemed through His infinite mercy, His child, and forever I am. Redeemed, redeemed, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, redeemed, how I love to proclaim it, His child, and forever I am. Again, there was a major difference there as well. She was free to speed up, she was free to slow down, but again, even though I'm playing anything but a downbeat at times, that that's going through my head. And that's